These motherfuckers give me Pokeballs.
Alright, so we're back online, everyone. Sorry
Yep.
about the technical difficulties. Of course, we don't know what was the cause of those errors, but, we're back on now, so,
I have
getting
an
back to
idea
what we were
what the
talking
cause
about.
was.
So, getting back to what we were talking about, UFC 200, so, I don't remember where we were at.
We were just about to talk about the fight. We didn't
You're
get to
about the Silva fight.
We
We're talking about
stopped
the
at
Anderson Silva fight.
Yeah, Anderson Silva versus Daniel Cormier.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I thought that fight was pretty good. Even though in my opinion, Cormier or no, my bad, Silva, that's the one with the leg injury, right?
No, that's the other guy.
Formerly.
Wait, the guy who Jordan, you said he was like past his prime, right? Silva?
Yeah, that's Silva.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of thought he kind of just let himself open to attacks most of the time, but I mean, it was still a good fight nonetheless. The women's match, the first one, not the last one, because I kind of missed the last one. That was a good fight too, pretty back and forth. From what I did see, it was a pretty good event, and of course, the one we've all been waiting on was Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. Now, to be honest with you, I did not expect Brock Lesnar to get as much offense in as he did. I did want him to win, and hell, I was happy he did. The first round was, slow because Brock Lesnar was like very quickly gassed from the beginning, but he did have most of the offense, if not all the offense, throughout this entire match. The second match was pretty much where he dominated the most. He had the guy pinned for a long time, and he wasn't as much offensive.
Don't you mean the second round?
The second round, my bad. Yeah, the second round, and I think that was where he just had him pinned for most of the match. To my shock, I mean, from what I heard, this guy was so great and stuff, and I expected more of a back and forth fight, but I mean, I'm just happy nonetheless because Brock Lesnar protected the face of wrestling. The third round was pretty much the unanimous. Was just the nail in the coffin, so to speak, and he just dominated him again, and got those takedowns in on him, and yeah, so that was basically that match. He won by a unanimous decision, and yeah, it was a good event from the matches I saw. Jordan, Capone, either of you can start.
I was at work. If you don't remember, I was joining off and on while I was staying over doing some overtime for work, so I didn't hardly watch a lot of it. I watched enough of the Brock Lesnar fight.
That it?
So that's basically it. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I watched enough of that fight to know the outcome.
Jordan?
Alright, so me and Crime Prince watched the entire pay-per-view. Shout out to Crime for that. Not gonna say how I got to watch the pay-per-view. That's quote unquote legal. I watched it quote unquote legally, But yeah, the whole prelims and the main event, I enjoyed the whole pay-per-view. I knew what I was getting into when I saw Silva versus Cormier because he hasn't been the same since his leg injury. So he still showed that lasting the entire fight that he used to be one of the toughest fighters in the world. So you got to respect him for that. But moving on, Lesnar versus Hunt, despite what the rumors are going around with Lesnar currently, he still was able to hold down, slam the Super Samoan numerous times, even with quote unquote enhancements. You may have not been able to do that with this guy. So you still gotta give Brock Lesnar some credit regardless. And it's still in the dark on what actually happened. So we gotta just wait till the real till the legitimate news hits the internet. But moving on from that, there was also Misha Tate versus Nunes. That match was pretty good, pretty unexpected that Misha Tate would lose the belt. Ever since Ronda Rousey lost that belt, it's been getting tossed around like a $1 hooker. Like seriously, man. There hasn't been one there hasn't been one like defense since she lost that belt. Like everybody's just been passing that belt around. But regardless, that was a good match as well. So overall, I enjoyed the pay-per-view.
All right. So, speaking of Brock Lesnar's quote-unquote drug offense, whatever, there's been rumors, of course, segueing into that. Brock Lesnar has violated the USADA policy. And
USDA.
Well, it said US. Anyway.
David has that. I'm gonna shoot you, man.
Anyway, I'm not gonna get into this with Capone. Anyway,
You lose.
being that there's also been information that it turned out to be an accident with his inhaler. Is that right?
That's what the rumors are going on. They said they had a little mishap and mistaken his inhaler for like a drug enhancement. So this may just blow over and he may not get charged for this.
So let's say he did get it.
Question. Has there ever been any reports in the history of ever that Brock Lesnar has asthma problem?
Not that comes to mind. No.
No.
So I think this inhaler thing is just bullshit.
That could be it. So let's say he did take a drug, but actually, you know what? In defense of Brock Lesnar and that rumor, that would explain why he's so easily gassed and always out of breath. Because I myself have asthma and I'm usually very gassed whenever I'm in a wrestling match and stuff like that. And that right there, pro wrestling is even harder than high school wrestling. At least I'm sure it is. So, I wouldn't put it past Brock Lesnar to have asthma, even though he hasn't like had a history with it. But let's say it was a drug. Do you guys think like this would become like the new injury problem where everybody's just getting like this could open Pandora's box to like all sorts of steroid and drug enhancement problems?
Also, you mean they'll go back to the late 80s?
Basically.
Early 90s?
Early 90s, yeah, that'll bring back the golden era that Vince will have a field day with that.
Well, I mean, they do have a pretty on-par roster to the 90s.
We're getting a pretty on-par roster currently now as well.
Yeah.
Can't expect history to repeat itself.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But, do you think that could be a potential problem right there, seeing what we're seeing right now?
I know the top faces of the WWE, other than The Rock, Stone Cold, they've been known for doing shady stuff under the dark and carry huge big figures of the WWE, such as Vince, would just throw it under the rug. But with the new 3-strike rule policy, it's a lot harder to do that nowadays. So we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I know Eddie Guerrero had a big drug problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who else had a big problem.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, that's true. I forgot about him. Didn't Kurt Angle have like Chris Benoit? Did he?
With steroids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He had a huge problem with them. Too soon?
I know he had a big problem with painkillers.
Yeah. There was Scott Hall.
Scott Hall. Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts.
Yeah.
He was
No.
more into alcohol.
Didn't yeah, he did have an alcohol problem. Didn't fuck, Kurt Angle have an alcohol problem like in TNA?
Still does.
Still does.
If you DUIs is an alcohol problem, then yes.
Yeah. I heard he's in like rehab and like trying to take care of that.
Giving the instructor the ankle lock when they say no more alcohol.
I'm gonna give you your AA right now. Angle slam and ankle lock. No, but Capone, you care to comment on this?
On the whole steroid thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait see what all happens.
All right. So I guess
See
we
this
should.
like deal, or if it's a reoccurring theme.
Okay. Yeah. No, but I'm wondering, do you think it could become a reoccurring thing?
I'm hoping not.
Yeah, I think we all do. Yeah, I think we all actually think that way. Okay, so we've all said our piece regarding Brock Lesnar's drug problem, or drug controversy.
Still a controversy. I wouldn't say it's a problem.
Yeah, controversy.
Yeah, that's why I corrected myself. Okay, so we've all said our piece regarding it. Let's talk about the Cruiserweight Classics, everybody. So 3 matches. Yeah.
4.
4 matches. All right, my bad. 4 matches. But we still had
Watched a podcast before?
What?
I'm giving you a hard time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, of the podcast.
All right, that's Capone, everybody. So, more in and out than Crime Prince. Anyway,
How am I more in it? Been here.
I don't know, but I guess you have. I mean, like, with the topics. Ah, fuck it. Anyway, the hell were we talking? Oh, yeah, the Cruiserweight Classic. So, 4 total matches. It's a short card, but very great matches. Even the opening card. One thing I liked about this was how they treated it like a wrestling tournament.
Great.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying they're all great, but like even the opening card, which is usually the weaker of most cards, and this one was just as strong as all the all of the matches on the card. Wow, I'm getting tongue tied today. Okay. Anyway, yeah. One of my personal favorite matches was Cedric Alexander versus that French guy. I thought that was
let's just go with that French guy.
And then
oh, you racist fucker.
That guy was French.
Let's just keep going with that French guy. Who cares? Or racist. Just roll with it.
Yeah. I like how I agreed to being racist even though I'm not. I just can't remember the guy's name. But, I mean, of course, Cedric Alexander had most of the momentum in the match. However, that guy did make an impact on as well, which I thought was pretty cool. I forget, did Kota Ibushi have a match? He did, right?
The main event.
It was the best match on the card. How do you forget?
I have a bad memory, sir.
Apparently.
So yeah.
Remember he used his finisher when you literally marked out when he used the last ride powerbomb.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh my fucking Christ in heaven! I
I
got
don't know.
This is going, and I'm playing Pokemon, and I'm doing this, and I'm still following all of this better than you are, and you're hosting the motherfucker.
You know, I don't know what's funnier. How mad you're getting, or how I'm pretending to not remember any of this just to purposely get you mad. that's pretty enjoyable. No, but
I'm sure it is.
getting back to it, all reality, I thought Kota Ibushi had a great match. Of course, the last ride powerbomb was something to behold. The whole last ride sit down powerbomb, which I thought was even more painful than Undertaker's powerbomb, and I thought it was pretty epic how Mauro Ranallo called that. Of course, he always calls it really good. Well, last ride powerbomb, and so much passion in that guy. And dude, one thing I really enjoyed was the commentary on this event. Dude, Daniel Bryan and Mauro Ranallo make a great commentary team. Getting back to the first match, I really enjoyed that 450 splash off the side of the ring, and then the return of the spiral tap, and it was really good. It was really good. So I guess I've said my piece. You guys, go ahead.
It's all you, David.
No, you go, because gotta save the best for last.
Good Lord, you're stroking your ego hard, aren't you?
No, yeah, I'm just gonna let it slide. I'm gonna say my piece. Yeah, all right. So Eddie basically said everything that I was thinking about this pay-per-view. So I'm gonna just say that the main thing I enjoyed about this was the commentary between Daniel Bryan and Mauro Ranallo, especially how since both David and Eddie know that I'm a big indie guy, and the fact that they were giving a lot of background between these indie wrestlers, even saying some of their names, like such as Daniel Bryan acknowledged the fact that his moniker used to be American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. So I was pretty excited to hear that. Like, that was some great commentary.
So
All right, you go ahead, Overlord.
That's all you got? Really?
he said he was just stating his piece.
Like you'd have more going at. All right. The first and third match were the best on the cruiserweight, in my opinion, with the fourth match, the main event, being the best. I really enjoyed Great Metallic's, however the hell you say his name, his suicide dive.
That's David, everyone. Filthy casual.
How am I the filthy casual when whatever? Anyway, like the suicide dive, innovative, and the way he pulled it off was pretty cool. But what was his name? Alejandro?
How do you not remember it?
I'm gonna beat you with my dick.
That's weird, sir.
That's what you learn in prison, folks.
Yeah, David Capone has dropped the soda.
Doing a standing 450 splash off the apron was fucking impressive. Or the Star Shooter press, not the 450. And then I wasn't really impressed with anything about the second match at all. Third match was Cedric Alexander. I already knew what to expect. I watched Cedric Alexander in Ring of Honor and really enjoyed from there with him. So I'm really hardcore pulling for him to make it pretty far into this tournament. And then Bushi, I really enjoyed with his strong style set of how he does his moves, and that last ride powerbomb was fucking awesome.
And remember, he beat a Samoan, which in WWE means you beat yeah.
Pretty sure good old cousin Roman gave him some enhancements before the match,
Yeah, fortunately those enhancements worked to his detriment. Good old Sean Maluda. The king of the super kicks, or the Savat kicks, I think was his moniker. No, but
Yeah, he should check out the Young Bucks. You want to see a super kick party.
yeah,
To be honest, I enjoyed watching him more than I've ever enjoyed watching Jay or Jimmy.
I agree. Honestly, he was pretty refreshing.
Yeah, he did a lot better job on selling a lot of the moves too.
Yeah, and that's not to say that the Usos are bad at selling, but he was just much better at it. Yeah. Oh, one thing I also wanted to note was the commentary on the Cruiserweight Classics that they noted. Like the insight that Daniel Bryan would give was pretty awesome. Like he acknowledged one of the wrestlers' like 30-pound weight cut, and he acknowledged how that would
Cedric
affect the
Alexander.
wrestler. Yeah, and how that would affect the wrestler and stuff. And it really seems like and for all intents and purposes, selling that suspension of disbelief as though this were like a real, undetermined sport. Like it really did go make that feel of like it was so real, like that realism, because like me being in wrestling, like that type of stuff is talked about a lot in wrestling, and I really can appreciate Daniel Bryan's insight and commentary on that. Same with Mauro Ranallo's.
And if you watch Cedric Alexander's matches from a year ago, you can tell that he did lose a lot of weight.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
used to have a gut, and the gut's not there no more. It's just
Ooh,
all
yeah.
muscle.
And I remember when.
I still remember Ring of Honor match with it was whenever he teamed up with Matt Sydal and ACH.
Nice.
Go ACH, go. All right.
So we're all good with the Cruiserweight Classics.
Yes.
All right. So okay. So you guys got to forgive me here. I got home late and I was barely able to tune into NXT in time for Balor versus Nakamura. So I didn't really watch the rest
Feel
of the
bad
card.
after the chance to fucking watch it.
Yeah, I could have, right? I just chose not to.
Hey,
But
filthy casual.
well, I was busy with the editing.
Seriously, I haven't had the time to watch it yet.
Oh no, I didn't say I didn't have time to watch it. I just chose not to.
No, me. I haven't had enough time to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Alright.
I'll just
Go
say
ahead.
this about the match. It was really good. It just wasn't Sami Zayn versus Nakamura good.
Yeah, I would not have thrown in a Fight Forever chant on that one.
Well, to be fair, we're probably going to use that Sami Zayn versus Nakamura match as the fucking measuring stick for the rest of Nakamura's career in NXT until he makes it to the main roster.
And why shouldn't it be? I mean, it was a
That match
great
was
match.
good.
That was his. Dude,
It was a great match.
I went back at that match like completely smiling, not completely invested in it, and I haven't had that feeling probably since 2012, 2013. Who knows? It's been a while since I've felt invested just organically as a fan. Just to be able to go back and watch
You're
that match.
organically invested into AJ Styles and Cena?
Oh, I was, but Nakamura and Sami Zayn had that rare feel where I could go back and watch it and still feel just as invested
It
instead
had
of
that Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior.
exactly.
Oh, that's me. Cold and the Rock at WrestleMania 17.
Exactly.
That match never ever did old for me.
Exactly. See, like those are two classic examples right there. And not many matches, including Balor versus Nakamura, will hold that. Granted, it was a great match. I mean, hell, my heart almost dropped at the moment where I thought Nakamura legit lost that damn double foot stomp. Because I'm a big fan of Nakamura not losing right now. He hasn't lost since debuting, and you know what? I wanted to keep that streak going, especially against Balor. Not to say that I'm not a fan of Balor, but since he's like going to the main roster, why have him beat the undefeated guy on the way out? But you know,
Is it in fucking Balor?
yeah. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so it was a great match. I would not have given it a fight forever chance, and David Capone left the chat. Um, but I guess we weren't putting any respect on his opinions. No, but yeah, he'll be back. Jordan, were you gonna say something?
No, nothing that comes to mind.
But yeah, it was a good match. How's the rest of the card for that week?
Uh, Other than there was only one other match, and I can't even remember what it was. It was really short.
So,
Yeah, Nakamura versus Balor took up the entire card.
really?
Yeah, there really wasn't that many matches on that. I swear there was only like one match on that card besides that match.
Interesting. All right.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up? He's back. So, all right. So, I mean, I guess there isn't too much reason to go back to that match on the card, or to that week of NXT. All right. So, oh yeah. So let's talk about the draft. It's July 19th is almost in a few days. So, who do you guys think is going to be the first the number one draft pick?
Most likely, I'm saying it
The
all comes
AJ
down
Styles.
to AJ Styles and Seth Rollins.
For me, it'll have to be
I think
between. Oh, sorry.
Seth Rollins and the other two former members of the Shield are going to SmackDown, while Cena and AJ Styles are going to Raw.
All right. Care to share insight on that?
Just shit I've been reading about.
Ah, okay. So,
Basically, it's in the works right now, from what I've read, that Cena and AJ Styles will be feuding for the title at SummerSlam. For a brand exclusive title.
oh, okay. So, all right. And since Cena is reportedly no longer working full time, there is a good chance of AJ Styles winning that belt. So, you know.
Oh, I would have said the same thing about, Brock Lesnar not winning that fucking belt, even because he's not winning or going full time either. And we see where that got us.
Well, it's not like. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, Brock equals ratings. Plus, Brock beating Cena would have equaled even more ratings because everybody and their mother would have loved to have seen Cena lose cleanly, and Brock Lesnar was the guy to do that. But anyway, I'd still say there's a good chance of Cena dropping the belt to Styles because he's not as selfish as AJ as Brock Lesnar. But I mean, he's still selfish, but he's not as selfish. So I'm pretty sure he'd be fine with dropping the belt to AJ Styles. Getting back to number one draft pick, I think most likely, for me anyway, I think most likely we'll see either the part-time guys like Brock Lesnar or Undertaker get the first draft pick just so they get that situation handled, or they would pick Dean Ambrose to see which brand he gets exclusively picked on. Personally, I would like to see him on SmackDown, WWE title on SmackDown. Of course, it all depends on where they want to go and how they want to run both shows. So, there has been rumors, or so Jordan has told me lately, that they want to have SmackDown be that roster to push the young generation. So, it's likely we'll see Ambrose and Rollins and them on SmackDown because they're newer guys, and you'll see older guys like John Cena, Kane, and Big Show on Raw. But, it all depends on what happens. Personally, I'm hoping Dean Ambrose on SmackDown, and just go to see where they're. So, Brock Lesnar, do you guys think WWE will pull Brock Lesnar's appearance on SmackDown Tuesday?
We'll have to see. I haven't heard anything about Brock Lesnar showing up.
Yeah, but it was actually rumored he was supposed to be on SmackDown without Paul Heyman, but now with the drugs, this drug.
I know his inhaler was doing it. Okay.
Yeah. No, but who knows? Okay, so do you guys think what tag teams do you guys think will split up from the draft?
We already know what I'm hoping, so go with Jordan.
That's who I was asking.
Good job.
Capone is hoping on the Wyatt family to split, for those that don't know.
Damn right I am. Fuck that goddamn gimmick.
We already know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Jordan, go ahead.
Let me have.
You said, can you repeat the question, sir?
What tag teams do you think are going to split due to the draft?
Most likely the New Day. Sad to say.
No.
Cause
Enzo and Cass split up.
the whole Xavier Woods debacle, they basically is teasing us that Xavier Woods is gonna end up turning on them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you want them to end on a fresh note, I mean, or not on a fresh note, I wouldn't have them split so early either, but I think now would be as good as time as any, personally. That's just me. I'm not against the New Day splitting up, especially because I actually do want to see Xavier Woods go out on his own and go into the main event picture, hopefully, but I mean, then again, I'm enjoying the New Day as well as at the same time kind of growing stale at them. So, I mean, it goes hand in hand. I wouldn't want them to split, but at the same time I do. That's just kind of how I see it. But who knows? I can kind of see why they would want to keep him, though. As Jordan has pointed out, they're selling a lot of good merch, especially of all the tag team. They're bringing in a lot of fans from both in and out of pro wrestling. So yeah, it's just kind of a thought right there. So Capone, you said Enzo and Cass, and they have kind of teased that a bit. What do you think they'll do with Enzo and Cass if they split them up?
Enzo would probably stay in the mid card while they push the fuck out of Big Cass.
With the New Jersey accent, the Cass will take up. No,
If they do push Cass really needs a manager because he's not that good on the mic, to be honest.
He really isn't. And especially with the catchphrase, he is not going to make it with that catchphrase anymore.
You can see he's way too serious on the mic. Like, you can tell he's trying to remember lines from a script.
He needs to have some energy again, because honestly, this whole being serious thing isn't cutting it out for him. Because, every time I hear him say, spell it out for you these days, I cringe. Well, as I saw on the NXT DVD set that I got, I heard him say it again instead of actually just going, spell it out for you. He actually had some energy in his voice. He was like, spell it out for you. And I was like, yeah, that's the Cass I know with some energy. So I think if he puts some energy into his promos, rather than trying to be so serious all the damn time, he'd do fine. I mean, he wouldn't be the greatest of all time, but he'd do fine. I mean, but yeah, I think the guy does need a manager more than anything. Which gets me curious. Do you guys think Carmelo would come into play and manage Big Cass?
I can see it.
Yeah. Huh. There is a good chance that they don't split them up, though, so that's good. I just hope Carmella gets caught up to the main roster soon, because she does complete the package, so to speak. You know, I just hope they don't like try to get her to like sexualize her personality, just like they're trying to get Cass to start sounding so damn serious, because he sounds more lazy than serious, honestly. You know, I don't know. I don't know if somebody actually told him to start sounding more serious, but if they did, whoever did it gave him some bad advice. That's just all I have to say about it, because there's just no way in hell that that him sounding serious was gonna get him over. It makes me cringe every time I hear him on the mic these days.
Enzo took that bad concussion.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, even in NXT, he had some personality on his own without him. Like, I don't know if you saw this, Capone, but I'm sure Jordan has that segment where Cass and Aiden English were having that sing-off. Like, you could see he was enjoying himself, whereas now he just kind of looks lost when he's alone. So, you know. Big Cass does not have a great poker face, everybody.
Are you surprised?
No,
Did
not
Jack
really.
Swagger really want him to cut a fucking promo?
Well, why would we want Jack Swagger to cut a promo just so he could lisp and spit all over the camera?
Exactly my point I was trying to make.
I support America.
My name is Jack Swagger. You know, suffering succotash. I do it better than Roman Reigns.
Do you guys ever remember him being World Heavyweight Champion?
I do remember it.
Sadly.
That was a bad year.
That was a bad 3 months.
Those were just... No, hell, that was just... Fuck that year altogether, honestly. Seriously, they had Jack Swagger win the belt over more deserving guys like Matt Hardy and Christian, only to have him do nothing with it.
And Big
What do you mean the Shield? They weren't around back then.
No, Orton and Big Show.
Oh. Were they in the Money in the Bank match?
Big Show like 3 times for the title.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. Capone's right. But anyway, like, guys who had never held the belt and needed the belt, like Matt Hardy or Christian, and they passed it on to Swagger, who they pushed way too early, prematurely. That was just bad decision-making altogether. And, he was a paper champ, let's face it. He cashed in on Jericho, who was injured, by the way. I don't think he ever won that belt cleanly. And who did he drop the belt to? Was it Rey Mysterio?
I don't even remember. I think Kane?
No. I think Kane won the belt from Rey Mysterio.
After he cashed in?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think it was Rey Mysterio who won the belt from him. So, that was bad decision making, and I think they're gonna do a bad job with Enzo and Cass if they split them up.
Well, I think I was so pissed off with the Shield being pushed way too damn early.
I disagree. I can't agree to anything you just said right now. I don't know who you are.
Jesus.
There's no way the Shield was pushed way too damn early. They, I mean, that was the point. They were supposed to be a big name, the Hounds of Justice, and they were a big name. They were, which was a good thing. Plus, these guys are, big names as it is as singles guys. So,
They are now.
you can't tell me they weren't big name. Oh well, actually, Dean Ambrose kind of floundered in the mid card after Shield. Yeah, never mind. But
Exactly my fucking point.
anyway,
All right, let me. The only one out of the Shield that really didn't have a name for themselves is Roman Reigns because he was literally just started like a few months before in NXT. So they put him on Dean Ambrose, who was one of the top faces of Florida Championship Wrestling, which was the NXT before NXT. And then there was Seth Rollins, who was the face of NXT, who was the very first NXT champion. So they brought them together so that their popularity would shine on him. And now you can see that it kind of worked, but the way that the writers pushed him, we just don't want to see any more of Roman Reigns.
yeah. Which, by the way, Roman Reigns wasn't all that bad as the muscle of the Shield, honestly.
Yeah, he
I mean,
wasn't.
So,
Him just being the muscle and whatnot, like as a big and the big guy works, like it works. Him like what they're trying to do with him now
Like,
is just fucking
if they had him feuding with Rusev for the United States champion right now, rather than competing for the WWE championship, I would enjoy that a lot more.
yeah, I agree. And Roman Reigns, like hell, as a personality, he didn't really seem too bad as a heel personality. From what I saw was the match versus him and Seth Rollins versus Team Hell No, and he did seem to show to like be able to be a talker, except as a heel. So I think that big mistake was turning him face and trying to make him the face. But such is life. So is Battleground this Sunday?
It's next Sunday.
Okay, so I guess we can hold off on Battleground predictions for another week. So how long left do we have on this podcast?
Weren't you keeping track?
No? Here, screw it.
Well,
Here,
what else is there? Is there anything else WWE related that you want to talk about?
me, no. Anything you guys want to talk about?
There's a couple of news updates that I want to drop, about 3. I'll just wait until the end.
Alright. Oh, wait. By the way, Kota, I think this was probably one of these ones, but Kota Ibushi was signed recently, so,
As well as Grand Metalik.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think they'll do with them?
I do know that if Nakamura is still even on NXT at the time, they're gonna end up pushing them to face each other just to get that one match off, like they did for Balor and Nakamura. Kota Ibushi.
Okay. I personally would like to see Kota Ibushi versus Austin Aries. So, just a hope.
I also know that Grand Metalik is also a former New Japan wrestler, as well as CMLL. He used to go by Mascara Dorada. So I think that's going to have... You say what?
I was going to say he might face Cien.
Yeah, he's probably going to face Cien. Well, either that or they're going to become a tag team.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be better than watching the Authors of Pain, that's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which I actually don't...
The D'Lo Brown brothers.
Just the Latin and Samoan version of the D'Lo.
Black jackets.
D'Lo Brown with Bane's body type.
Yeah. Like that's what they should do when they do their finisher. They should just do the head bobble afterwards.
They They become the Bull Dempseys of NXT.
Yep.
Serious at first, but then they just start some BS gimmick.
I remember when they came out. Corey Graves asked like, what question did he ask? Oh, do they just let anybody wrestle with flak jackets now?
Man, that's funny.
Uh,
Damn,
so
someone's taking over.
yeah, there was that, and just giving fans a reminder to watch the 2-hour finale of Lucha Underground Ultima Lucha Dos, Part 3, which is gonna be 2 hours. So
Is Rey
check
Mysterio
that out.
versus Prince Puma gonna
Prince
happen on
Puma,
that?
it is.
All right,
Yep.
sweet.
There's Taya versus Ivelisse. There's the champion Matanza Puerto versus Pentagon Jr. And a couple of others. Oh yeah, there's Phoenix. There's Phoenix Drago and Aerostar versus Johnny Mundo / John Morrison, Jack Evans, and PJ Black / Justin Gabriel for the Trios Championship.
Nice. So,
And
okay.
yeah, that's all that comes to mind.
All right, cool. So, anything else?
Is Justin Gabriel like a legit wrestler on Lucha Underground?
Yeah, he's a champion right now.
Nice.
I know in WWE, like he had potential, but they didn't do anything with him.
Yeah, they were pushing him in Global Force Wrestling, but who watches Global Force Wrestling because of Jeff Jarrett? So he's on Lucha Underground now.
So, yeah. Okay, so are we all good with this podcast?
I got one more piece of news.
Sounds good.
There is have you ever heard of Evolve Wrestling?
Yes, I have.
They had a show today, and one of the big matches was Johnny Gargano versus Cedric Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
But for tomorrow's pay-per-view, July 17th, Evolve 65, the main event will be Timothy Thatcher versus TJ Perkins / Manic / Suicide from TNA for the Evolve Championship. There's Drew Galloway / Drew McIntyre, some of you may know him as, versus Johnny Gargano in the grudge match, because they're doing a TNA versus NXT type of storyline right now in Evolve.
Are they really?
Yeah. They had EC3 and Drew Galloway blindside Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, so they've been feuding for a while.
Wow.
And they've also, since Evolve is now a branch of WWE, they've been doing a lot of Cruiserweight Classic spotlight matches because they signed a lot of wrestlers that are in the Cruiserweight Classic. So the Cruiserweight Classic spotlight match for tomorrow's pay-per-view is Cedric Alexander versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Nice.
Which is going to be a fantastic match.
Yeah, the pay-per-view is $15, so I'm probably gonna buy it. I'll probably share it with you guys since I know you probably won't buy it.
I'm too cheap.
Yeah. The other names that you may also know that are on the pay-per-view is Drew Gulak, who's also in the Cruiserweight Classic, Zack Sabre Jr., and the villain Marty Scurll.
Saber, 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 Saber.
Yeah, so I'm buying this pay-per-view.
Nice. Wait. Who's that one name you named after Zack Sabre Jr.?
The villain Marty Scurll. He's basically that was with Zack Sabre. No, he was with Will Ospreay when Paul Heyman gave them their business card because he's supposedly bringing back the chicken wing, and before Bob Backlund started managing Darren Young, he passed on the chicken wing to him.
I see. All right, so it sounds good. Sounds good. So all right, so now we covered this. Let's go on to match recommendations of the week. And being that we've been gone for 2 weeks, should we add 2 extras?
Oh,
David goes first.
can't put me on the spotlight. Fuck.
Yes, but you're the match master.
Hey, David. Every day for every wrestling tournament, we usually get picked up on a bus. You have been thrown under that bus. Just know that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
All right,
That's
go
why
ahead.
you should pay attention to the podcast instead of playing fucking Pokemon on your tablet.
Well, I mean, I don't have a tablet, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Me.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Fairly recent match, but still fucking fantastic. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk at SummerSlam.
That was a good match.
That's my first one. And then actually Daniel Bryan and John Cena is also another good one from the same pay-per-view.
Yep.
I believe that was 2012.
That was 2013.
It was 2013.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember I went batshit insane whenever I found out that Orton was turning heel.
So, who's next?
And one more match or no?
Yeah, one
Oh,
more
you
match.
go. Yeah, go for it.
Fuck. I forget the name of the pay-per-view it was on, but this match goes on for like a fucking hour and a half. It seems like it's old school match, way before Eddie's time.
Okay.
Wait,
Way before. So, like,
Shawn
before
Michaels and
the group of...
Mario Jannetty versus the British Bulldogs for the tag team titles.
So that's like the golden era, right? Or the next gen era, my bad.
It's like late '80s, early '90s. It's right before fucking Shawn Michaels goes into his single career.
Jordan, you know that era.
I do know that era.
What's the name of that era?
What, the new generation era?
There we go, new generation era. Very similar to the new era, might I add.
Also known as the dark ages of the WWE.
Yes, there was nothing fucking going on for them at that point. Because everybody fucking jumped ship because of the fucking steroid trials.
Alright, so I'll go next. First match I want to recommend after watching this. Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens at Beast in the East, that pay-per-view. Kevin Owens heckling the crowd, John Cena, and Finn Balor all at the same time was pretty great, as well as just the sequence of moves going on in the matches. Next, I want to go to another NXT match. However, this one's at the Arnold Classics, where the start of the Push Cesaro chance. It happened. Cesaro versus Neville. Also a very good match. Very cool spots. And lastly, I want to go into Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. Last man standing match at Royal Rumble 2004.
Alright, so all of my matches are, of course, not going to be WWE related. My first match is low key. You also may know him as Senshi from TNA.
Or
Caval
Caval.
Caval from WWE. So yeah, low key versus Prince Devitt / Finn Balor against Kota Ibushi in a triple threat match at Wrestle Kingdom 7 in 2013. Since WWE fans are getting to know Kota Ibushi, I just dropped this match so you guys may get a better feel of what Kota Ibushi has to offer, and as well as see how much he's improved over the last 3 years. My next match is gonna be more recent. It actually happened on this week's episode of Lucha Underground. Mil Muertes / You may know him as Ricky Banderas or what was his name on TNA? He was Abyss's older brother. They had a Kane versus Undertaker thing going on. Judas Macias, yeah, that was his name on TNA. Versus King Cuerno in a death match. That match was oh, they did a lot in that match. It reminded me like of a real street fight. You know, them telling the crowd to move out of the way and then throwing each other on a whole line of chairs, going around the entire arena. I like that's why I like
That
watching.
guy's name's Phoenix?
What about Phoenix?
No, never mind. My bad. Never mind.
Uh, but yeah, there's that. And my last match is I've been seeing a lot of disrespect on Nakamura's name. So from new WWE fans because they see
I've
him
been putting a lot of respect on his name.
not you. It's fans like I said, fans that are you know that only watch WWE and aren't aware of the thousands of other promotions out there.
Yeah.
They basically they don't like seeing how Nakamura is going past all this other talent, and they don't understand that he's been wrestling for over a decade already. So they're completely unaware of his legacy in New Japan. So I'm gonna drop this match down. I've recommended it to a couple other fan people who I've seen say Nakamura's overrated. Why is he running past all this talent? He hasn't done anything in NXT yet. So I just say look up last year's match. Oh, I'm gonna say two matches actually between Nakamura. There's Nakamura versus Hiroshi Tanahashi at G1 Climax 25 last year in 2015, where that was their last big match. Nakamura and Tanahashi is New Japan's Randy Orton versus John Cena because even though it happens over and over, no, they're the two top faces of the company currently. So yeah, that's why I compared it to that. There was also this year in the beginning at Wrestle Kingdom 10, Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Also check that match out. Those are my four matches.
All right, cool. Wait, since you gave 4, I want to give one extra. Just to throw everyone off a little bit, I'm going to give a TNA one. I know, it's been a while. So, Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode at Final Destination X. Or Destination X, my bad. I was thinking Final Deletion. Yeah.
We should talk about Final Deletion after.
Well, we could talk about it right now if you want.
True.
Yeah. Brother Nero!
It'll leave David out on the spot.
Oh, shit!
It's a undefeated ball.
But since y'all are adding an extra match, I'll add one too.
Go ahead, man.
Final Deletion.
Will Ospreay versus Kushida at Dominion.
Oh, yeah, that's a good match, too. Sorry, I was going to troll him and say it was going to be a Bray Wyatt match. No. We're going to make David Capone great again. No, all jokes aside, that was a good match, too, right there. 5 stars, definitely. Kushida versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah. Will Ospreay's been on a pretty big roll lately.
Dude, Will Ospreay and shit, how do I forget his name? Ricochet.
Yeah.
They both been pretty big names lately.
Yeah. The main reason why I'm looking forward to next year's Cruiserweight Classic, even though I'm gonna really enjoy this year's Cruiserweight Classic, is the fact that Ricochet didn't sign for Lucha Underground Season 3. Granted, the fact that he's really set on going to WWE now. He feels like he's done all he can in the Indies. So,
Yeah.
most likely, he'll either show up on NXT Unexpected or he'll be in next year's Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? What matches do you guys think they're gonna showcase on next week's episode of the Cruiserweight Classics?
I have no idea.
They gave a preview, but I can't remember. Ooh, I was looking forward to I don't think Zack Sabre. Yeah, they're not showing Zack Sabre Jr. next week. It's another wrestler I was looking for.
You think they're gonna show Gargano versus Ciampa next week? I'm looking forward to that one.
Let's see if I can search it up.
Put some respect
I'm
on the
pretty sure it's
results, please.
pre-taped. You can find them.
Put some respect on not showing the results, please.
Yeah. Ooh, this was something I didn't like, but anyway. Let's see. Let's go on World Culture. Shout out to What Culture Pro Wrestling. But anyway, I can't find it, so let's just end this podcast on a high note.
Alright, cool. So, I am Eduardo Betancourt, a.k.a. Eddie Lynch. You could contact me on Twitter, Eddie Lynch. eJose98 is my Twitter handle. You could talk to me at eddylynch16@gmail.com, which is my email. Follow my other YouTube channels, my stop motion channel, Multi-Generational Wrestling, or follow my main channel where I make custom Titantrons. My most recent one was AJ Lee and the club and Paige. So, yeah. That's me, Capone. Anything?
My Facebook, David Capone. My Google Plus. Good luck trying to get a hold of me there. I'm not even going to mention it. My Twitter is going to be OzNemesis87. Then, of course, I got the PSN because it's no secret I'm a big-time fucking gamer. Oz_pirate on the PSN.
But pirate. I just kidding. Sorry.
Do I need to whoop your ass in Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse?
Go ahead. I don't care.
Do you even still have that game on your PS4?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I play it from time to time. I'm just still stuck on one fucking part that I can't... Because Krillin keeps dying, and which is stupid, because... Why is it I fail the mission because this idiot dies? That's like socialism right there. And...
I didn't say if Yamcha dies, you lose.
Yeah. Oh, that's... I don't even know which is worse. Hell, I think that Krillin owned count from TFS really showed me just how bad Krillin is. Now, anyway, Jordan, any plugs? And that's all the time we have.
You do realize that I'm running this thing, so I stop whenever I feel like it, right?
Yeah, I realize.
I will hold this podcast until you fall asleep, and then I'll stop it after I've insulted you.
All right.
Then you'll bitch about how long it's going to take to render.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing. We've made a decision that me and Eddie will be tag teaming and picking two different weeks to edit the podcast. So he's editing it this week, meaning if I wait 3 more hours to do this podcast, he has to wait for it to render.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that because I don't really mind editing that much. Plus, oh yeah, by the way, Jordan and I have talked about this. We're no longer going to be having podcast rights leaders coming to brand split. So David Capone, yeah, this is no longer your podcast. We don't have to make you great again. Anyway.
I don't remember agreeing to this.
There was no agreement. We flipped the nickel.
Going back to the old school jokes. All right. That right there is what we call impeachment. We overthrew you. Thank you, Government Econ. All right, so Jordan, any last plugs before we get this ended?
Uh, you all know where to find me. I post a lot on Facebook nowadays, so if you ever need me, just go to the podcast Legend Killers page. I added a message button so you can send a message to the channel whenever you feel like it. So, yeah, have fun with it.
All right. By the way, be sure to follow our Twitter handle. I am Eduardo Betancourt, host of this podcast, along with my co-host Jordan, the wrestling fanatic, and the guy who's just kind of trailing us, David. Make David Capone again great again, Capone. And we're out.